Hi, and welcome to your weekly Oracle reading with Katie Van Zeeland. This reading is for the week of June 12th through June 18th, 2017. And this week we're using During Virtue's Ascended Masters Oracle deck. So the deck has been cleared. We're asking the infinite love, God, guide and empower this message for our highest good and greatest joy. Okay, so we have see the other person's point of view, positive change, and choose peace. Awesome. Okay, so Avalankaitzvara is the goddess saying, see the other person's point of view. And, you know, a lot of times we get locked in our own little small world, and it's helpful to just come outside of that and see the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them. It doesn't mean that you need to change anything that you're doing or saying. Not at all. It just means create this space to step outside of yourself, to just see that person's point of view, see where they're coming from, see their world. But it's very important, what I'm hearing from them is that it doesn't mean you need to change your world. It doesn't mean you need to change who you are or your opinion or how you interact. It's ultimately just learning the difference between you and other people. We're around so many people all our lives, and we get so intermingled that we don't know who we are and who they are and where we end and where they start. And in order to detach in a loving way is to start to see that person's other point of view, see them with love and compassion, and know that it has nothing to do with you. You don't need to change a thing. But it's important to see that other person's point of view, the other aspect, the other vision, that maybe the world that they're creating, even if you don't agree with it, okay? And it's all interesting. It's just interesting to see that, oh, that's the world they live in, that's their point of view, and to really listen and not take it on, okay? You're detaching, it's not personal, and you're watching and learning about what the other person's point of view is. There's huge positive change coming, and that's on the cusp of the full moon, a new cycle, you know, letting go. And Parvati with the positive change. Last week was even another one. We were talking about positive change, things shifting. So it's happening. It's in alignment. Things are changing for you. Remember that even if you're revisiting old patterns or old stories or things that make you feel like, oh my gosh, it's still the same thing, or here it goes again. You might be revisiting those spaces, but it is a difference. It is a different place. There is positive change. So try to focus on and tune back into the changes that have occurred, okay? And realize and see the difference now versus before. And then we have choose peace, Yogandi, and let's just choose peace. You know, where we get so caught up in our egos, and can you take a step back and choose peace over being right or wrong? Can you choose peace? Can you choose to be loving versus attacking or proving? Anytime you need to prove something or disagree with somebody, that builds our ego. It makes you feel special. It makes you feel separate. And we don't necessarily need to do that, but we do on one level. And so just notice if you're doing it. Don't need to judge yourself if you're doing it. We're all human, right? So don't judge yourself, but just notice, oh, there I did it. I felt like I needed to show that I was right or where I was coming from. And all that does is build ego. Now, if you normally don't say how you're feeling or communicate what's going on with you, that's a different story. It's important to maybe do that, but choose peace, okay? And notice where you're building your ego versus letting it go. If your pattern is to stay silent and not say anything because that's what you're doing, you're shutting down, that's different than choosing peace, okay? And it's a fine line, but it's time to play with it this week, right? If that's your pattern or if that's what you end up doing, okay? When you're in uncomfortable situations. But if you are normally in uncomfortable situations and you need to prove yourself or to say, see, I told you, or, then maybe notice that you're doing that and make a positive change, okay? Play with it. It's just stuff to play with, okay? Just things to be aware of and play with. Okay, so we're gonna pull a card from the fifth agreement. Okay, it's beautiful. Yay. I am the force that creates everything into existence. And the card reads, I am the force that opens a flower and moves the clouds and earth and makes the stars and galaxies move throughout the universe. So we're seeing everything through our own eyes. We have the power to create. And we're creating this third dimensional reality into existence. And however you want to see it and experience it is going to be a personal experience for you. Okay? So we are all that energy. We are powerful beings. And, the flower is going to open regardless, and the earth is going to move regardless. But it's our way of being in this world and our experience of it that's going to shift our world. Okay? So just be aware of that this week. And I'm going to pull a crystal card. Indigo Aura Quartz. Ooh, it's beautiful. Spiritual connections, psychic visions, and dreaming. Indigo Aura Quartz. I'm connected to a higher power in the universe. So it's just reminding us, just like the this card, that we are connected to higher power, and we are part of it. We are one. We are part of that whole. You are this little spirit within it. So know that, and you're connected to it, and you are it. So yay, how powerful is that? And if you want to play with the crystal, it's Indigo Aura Quartz. It's a beautiful crystal. It's fun. It's very high vibrational. It really raises your vibration, your frequency to a higher light. Okay, so, all right. Anything else? No. It's beautiful. I hope you have an amazing week, and I can't wait to see you next week.